Hello everybody, welcome back to Creating Hanley. My name is Kimberly here at Creating Hanley, and in today's episode, we're working with these scraps. So while the billionaire babies are fighting over who's stealing our money the best, I went dumpster diving in my own house. I was doing the trash and I thought, and I just looked inside the trash and I was like, no, I am not throwing away all those scraps, am I? Not possible. So that's what I did. I dug through my trash and I got all these little scraps. Check it out right here. How could I possibly throw this away? Oh my gosh. Unreal, right? So I'm taking this generic glue stick and the Pellon fusible, so it's glue on this side and not glue on this side. And I've done these videos before, but I'm going to do it again because I'm tired of, stuff. And I just want to be creative right now. And, yeah, I'm tired of all the maggots out there fighting for crap that does not belong to them. So this was already in my trash, and I just thought, you know what? I'm not wasting this. I'm going to make more fusibles. I'm making more like this. We did this in the past. There's a video of me making this. So let's get right into it. So I'm just taking these shreds and these scraps and this stuff that I pulled right out of the garbage can. And all I'm going to do is throw it on here. And I'm going to place it kind of in a nice way. So yeah, you could still see some of the old threads that are on here. I don't really necessarily want the old threads, but yes, I did literally just take this right out of the trash can. So I'm just going to place this down. It doesn't have to be in any special order. And then what I will do is once I put this down, I'm going to take the edges and glue this on with a glue stick. And then you can take it over to the hot iron and then just press that down. And the glue on here will heat up and adhere to the fabric on top. And then you take it over to your machine and you stitch on top. So you don't have to place it down. If you want to, you can just do that. And that'll be fine. You know, that's fine. But I kind of want to get a base going. And if I can, try to like avoid these little threads here. It's like I don't really need too much thread, but you know, this was in the trash can, so I'm gonna have a lot of those little threads. Uh-oh, there's the kitty. Hi, kitty. So let's get back to here. And let's just get to creating some stuff. And just have a little moment where we can just be nice and not worry about the stupid crap going on in the world. And just like, you know, be creative and fun and whatever. Alright, I think my cat needs me. My cat needs me. Hi, kitty. Alright. We're getting there. Yeah. So, if you've never done this before, or you're thinking, why in the world would you take trash out of your garbage can and then, like, you know, do something with it? Well, because you can. Because avoiding all this is now not in a landfill. It's going to go into another project at some point. Now I'm going to collect a lot of these. Like I said, I already have this. In fact, I have all of these that I just, you know, I make these, and then and here's all the shred ones that I've been collecting. I just make them. Here's a colorful one, right? Here's another colorful one. So that's what I do. I just, fuzz. I just make, you know, one at a time, two at a time, whatever, however many this will fit. This will probably be 3, maybe. And then I just put them in my little my little fabric box here. I just collect them, and then we'll see what happens whenever I get here's an orange one. Whenever I get a bunch of these, you know, you've seen me do these before in other videos. So, I'll try to link those if I can find them. I'll try to link the other videos. But basically, this is all you're doing. You know what? I may not even use this glue, but it's good to have. Just generic, it says disappearing purple glue stick. And this is from Target, I believe. You know, not that you have to buy it there, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, so let's see. No rhyme or reason to this. You're just throwing this stuff on, and I'm taking too long. I'm just like, you just want to throw it down. Just put it on there. Yeah, just put it on. And no rhyme or reason. Like I said, I want to try to take some of these little threads off if I can. I'm not going to spend too much time doing that. Maybe I'll just clip that. I just clip the whole corner off, and then just throw that right there. Now you do want to cover up all the bottom, like all the glue on here. You do want to cover that up. So, yeah, if you find any like still white spots from the fusible, you definitely want to cover up that fusible. All right, I think I got all the fusible covered here. What color is this? Here's a green. All right, I think I got all the fusible covered. Oh, here's a little spot right here. Okay, so let's do that. Now, I'm just gonna take this right over to the iron right here, and oops, this shifted a little bit, and you know what? I'm gonna spray this a little bit with water and then just let that sit there. Now, I think the directions say 30 seconds or something like that. I don't even remember, but you just want enough time for it to heat up, for the glue to heat up. I'm like, I get little fuzzies everywhere, and this is my work uniform, and I gotta go to work in a little bit. So anyway, I'm just letting that, give it time for the glue to melt. From this part, you want the glue to melt onto that fabric on top. And then, voila. So be careful, because it's probably all not melted on there. And then just take some more. These little strips. And again, if you find any white spots, fill those in. And then we're going to start sewing it all on. So then you start taking like little shreds like this and just throw that down. Now try to keep, if you can, try to keep the colorful side up instead of, you know, flipping it over upside down. But if you're using batiks, it's not going to matter a whole lot. There we go. All right, I'm loving this already. Here's some dog print left over from the latest video I just did on what was that video on? Was it the 9 patch, the disappearing 9 patch? Did I do that disappear? I don't know. There was a couple of days where I was just sewing and I didn't film. Well, actually, I did film, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna post it. So sometimes I make stuff and I don't post it. All right, I think that's good enough right here. What do you think about that? Check that out. That looks pretty nice. Too many strips that go this way. I think I need to break that up a little bit. I want some diagonals in here. I want some like that. This can go across. Oh, I see why, because there's still white stuff in there. All right, but let's do some across. Now, this goes all the way to the edge. See how I did that? Just all that goes right to the edge. So when you put it into a project, if you're doing a 1/2 inch seam allowance, you're gonna lose some of this on the edge. And so if your strips are less than 1/2 inch, like this is definitely less than 1/2 inch, you're gonna lose that completely in your seam allowance. So just, be aware of that. That's how it's gonna go. Okay. All right, that's colorful enough for me right there. I like that. I think all the white parts are covered. And so I'm just gonna take, well, you know what? I'm gonna press this down a little bit. Just give it one quick press to see if there's any white spots still. Yeah, we're good there. Okay, wait, I see one right here. Let's put this yellow down. There we go. Love it. All right, check that out now. Let's take it over to the machine. Come with me over here, and we're just going to sew. Now you want to be careful that you are not going to get this stuff caught up under your presser foot. I just start in the middle, and I just do a straight stitch. You can do a zigzag, you can wind it around, and then I pull on the thread a little bit, and then I just reset and do another strip down. Look how easy this is, folks. Super easy. And I'm reusing a material that I already have. I did not purchase any of this. This was in my trash can. I literally pulled it out and dumpster dove in my own trash can. In my own house. So this is making me feel really good. And I'm not wasting any money. I'm not putting anything into landfills. Sometimes I feel like this stuff is going to get caught in some little turtle's beak or some little fish gill or something, and those poor little creatures are going to suffer. And I certainly don't want to be the cause of their suffering. So I'm trying to do the best that I can in the world that we live in right now. And this makes me happy, and it's creative, and it's saving something. Oh, this little piece just flew off right now, so let's just place that right under the thread here. We'll get that sewn down. Yeah. And I'm just tired of all these supposedly adults trying to steal our money away from us citizens of the United States. And it's very frustrating, and I feel like I don't know what I can do about it. I want to, a strong talking to those boys. It's not working. So I don't know how to combat it. I don't know what to do. This is what I can do right now. I mean, you call your senators, you call your congressmen, you call the people that you, well, I should say the Democrats that you voted for, because I know we all, on my channel, I know we all voted for Democrats. And if you didn't vote for a Democrat, I'm not sure why you're on my channel. So, there's that. Yeah. So, almost done here. So I know I'm doing a good thing, saving money by not needing to buy new fabric. I'm just creating. Now, obviously, this is, this can't go in, this little piece right here cannot go into every project. This is going to be very specific to something. So it might just be artwork, or maybe a grocery bag. Because, we're supposed to be not using plastic bags, although everything comes in plastic that you buy in the store, and then you put it in a bag. So it doesn't, that doesn't even make any sense to me either. So I don't know what's right, but I think this is right. I think this is right here. Does this look right to you? This looks fantastic to me, guys. And I'm just going to add this to my stash right here. Just another one done. All right, have fun. Oh, one more thing I forgot is I do this, and if anything falls off, then it's meant to fall off, and whatever stays is meant to stay. And The only thing that fell off with this was this little piece, so it wasn't caught somewhere, which is fine. Everything else is good. There you go. Have a nice day creating. I'll see you on the next episode. Bye for now.